Every place has a memory with someone. Abandoned or not, this nostalgia could be as simple as a childhood memory of one's first ice cream cone, a first kiss, a first concert, the house you grew up in, third grade, all of it, a first job or a lifelong job, the first visit to an amusement park, or one's employment at the same amusement park. Sometimes places are just mysterious. Sometimes a place is just a structure with its very own story to tell. People need to remember these places. We set out not to let these memories be forgotten, even if they have been left to inherit the wasteland. How's everybody doing? Hello, all 2 people on Facebook and all 1 person on YouTube. So this is kind of actually a test to see if we can't broadcast to 2 places at one time. Like one of the things that's always been a problem because we're doing this live streaming thing. You have to use a third party per place to live stream to multiple places at the same time. Now, I was going to use a lav mic, but I just threw that idea out, so I'm going to throw the lav mic out. You know, we're just going to have a real echoey kind of thing. How's everybody been doing? So for my Facebook friends who are watching, all 2 of you, how's this happen? It's a lovely Sunday night. Very boring. In quarantine. Sarah's not here. We got the dog here, back here somewhere. I think you can see her. Sarah's in quarantine. Fortunately, we were both exposed to COVID. She actually has it and is getting better, but wasn't doing so good. Just been extremely worried about her. So I've been not hanging out with people and that kind of stuff. But I figured, because I've been so bored and not had any human interaction, why not on a Sunday night come hang out and, talk to people. There's one thing that we don't do enough of is, for Inherit the Wasteland, for the Abandoned series, is like really kind of the live thing, which we do for our business. And if you want to know what that is, I'll tell you later. Anyhow, I got a lot of cool things. And actually, there's something I meant to grab that's way over there, which I'm probably going to have to grab at some point in time. But I just wanted to catch up with everybody. Sarah's at home. I think she's somewhere in one of these chats. I'm not sure if it's the Facebook or the YouTube. I sent her the YouTube link earlier, so I'm not sure. And then I have a watch party too on Facebook. So I'm going to guess that the streaming to multiple platforms thing that is working, and I'm assuming you can hear me. So anyhow, just figured I'd give everybody a little update on what's been going on. I know things have not been popping up a lot on Inherit the Wasteland until recently. I think there's a couple videos over the last couple months that came out. Before that, there was like a 5-month gap, which is kind of crazy. But we have been doing, honestly, there's like, if I didn't record anything from here on out, there's probably 2 or 3 dozen videos that I could probably record right now, or go edit right now, and it would be cool. So, what should we start with? I got a list. I got papers in front of me, and there's like all kinds of fun stuff to talk about today. I don't know that doing the live streams for Inherit the Wasteland is something I actually want to do that often. I feel like it gives away a little bit too much of my personal life. But anyways, we all know Sarah. And I hope she's watching somewhere. Let's see if I can. I have to look at like 3 different tabs for comments. She said, Sarah says dog. Hi, Sarah. I do not see how many people are on my watch party. It looks like I'm just dropping on popularity here. That's okay though. One of the things about Inherit the Wasteland is we're not trying to do one of these crazy. I see some other folks. I'm not going to mention any names, especially kind of in the Ohio area, who are just kind of fiends on really trying to get those subscribers and whatnot. This is more of a passion we've been doing. I mean, I still, like I just said, I have videos going back, 2 or 3 dozen videos. Some of those are going back to 2014. That's the first time I actually was able to record some of my adventures. But let's start talking about one of my favorite places. And this place was the U.S. Playing Card Company. Now, this place was probably visually one of my favorite places to actually go explore. The place was crazy because it was ginormous. It was 30 acres. It had bank vaults in it. It had several bank vaults. It had a very impressive med bay, a very elaborate medical. I mean, it was kind of like an urgent care, the med bay. They had a hearing booth. Now, there's a video out on our YouTube page, and let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, so there's a whole video on our YouTube page. Like I said, I wasn't looking for subscribers, but please go ahead and subscribe. People kind of like it. But there is this whole med bay in there, and it's worth noting. But I think the biggest thing about this whole place was actually the clock tower, because some of the photos, which I think you might have saw in the pre-roll, were pretty amazing. But what has happened to this place just since we've been there? Let's have a little look at what it looked like before. As you see, like I said, this place was 30 acres. It was massive. It was multiple buildings. The stuff inside was insane. It was easy to get lost. When we went in there and did our video, there was still power in there. And the clock tower that you're seeing here is, this looked like some kind of steampunk thing. It looked just imaginary, like it couldn't really exist. Let's have a quick look at, we can see right here how just enormous this place was. Like I said, it's 30 acres. I think it was 600,000 square feet of manufacturing space. This was built in the early 1900s. The company finished construction in the year 1900 and moved into the facility. It has been abandoned since 2009. The company moved to Kentucky. Now they're coming back, but more on that later. They're coming back to Norwood, but not how you would think. Let's have a little look at the as you can see, I mean, this clock tower just looks insane. And honestly, visually, I can't think of a place visually that was cooler than this. So what has been happening with it? Well, a lot has been happening in the last 6 months. So the first thing that's happened is they decided to destroy it. Go figure. Like I said, U.S. Playing Card Company. Now, U.S. Playing Card Company makes everything that you've ever seen. Bicycle, Hoyle, Aviator, anything that has to do with cards, they make it. And so they've just been doing their demolition, and it's been kind of ridiculous. We have a guy on Facebook who just today, Matt Ohio Red, just posted some pictures, what it looks like now after the demolition. And there it is. That's what's left standing right there. I'm looking to see if I actually have. It doesn't look like I actually have the see if I can pull that together. But look at the way this. I mean, we have a whole video going through this. This is what they left. They do have some renditions. Let's see if I can pull that together for you. Apparently, that's the one thing I didn't pull together. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can pull the artist renditions of what they're going to do with this place together. Well, obviously I'm a slacker and can't pull it together. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, this is supposed to be all ready. I was kind of working on getting this thing done until now, so I'm gonna try to set up this whole scene right now. Here I am. Here's our watermark. Let's make me a little bigger here, so imagine you can see me. All right, that looks ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna add in, see if I can get what they're doing with it now. It is ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't put it in there. That's amazing. That's okay though. We will go ahead and pop it in here, and I'll get to show it to you if I can find it. Aha, here we go. That isn't it. All right. Anyways, you know what I could do actually, and I'll just do that now. I can just show you some of these pictures of what they're doing to this place, and it's really depressing. Let me get them up here, and I will show you. Wow. Start out totally unprepared here. It does look cool. I would love to go back right now and get some photos of what it looks like now, because it kind of looks insane. All right, let's see if we can get this going to a different screen. Well, we'll just pull it up in our graphics software, and I'll show you some of them. All right, so they're hoping to make this a very urban place. So they're keeping the clock tower. Sorry about that, guys. As part of this thing, they want some markets and some residents there. I mean, I'm just looking at this and just like, wow. So the idea is they're going to have 220 residential units and up to 20 townhouses for sale. So let's see if we can find some of the other pictures to pull up for you. So it's one's clock tower. That's what the clock tower is being held out to be. They have some other ideas here that it looks like yuppie hell. It's kind of a shame to me that this is what's going to look like. And you can see the clock tower over here and what they're planning to keep. And they're even keeping the smokestack for no apparent reason. That can't be a good thing now, can it? Anyway, so I screwed that one up. So what else are the facts? They are keeping some of the originals. The 4-story factory building, part of the building will be remade into a parking garage with retail spaces on the first floor, 3 additional floors of apartments on top. They are going to try to restore the clock tower, which I guess is good, but wow, how depressing. So what else? Some stuff that we have coming up. We do have some videos coming up. We took a little road trip around the Thanksgiving. We worked. This is the reason why you had the gap. We got really busy with work, and I'm editing videos. So I mean, I was literally losing sleep for 6 months. That's why there's this huge gap, and it was problematic. So there wasn't a lot of time to edit Inherit the Wasteland. Actually, like when we were done with work editing video, I was just, the last thing I wanted to do was start to dig through the Inherit the Wasteland video. Well, I really fudged that whole beginning part up. That's okay though. Um, so we did manage to go on a little vacation right around Thanksgiving. And the awesome part on that was we had picked out 3 places. Seems like we could have done more, but we were so tired, and each of these places took so long. And I think the first one is a very notorious neighborhood that actually I just watched this whole thing about serial killers. This whole series, a couple different men killed a lot of women in this area. Let's have a quick look. We didn't hang out here for that long just because it was a little creepy. We had a lot of people coming up to us. They seemed in good spirits, but we weren't sure if they had good intentions or not. But this is just blocks and blocks in East Cleveland of abandoned buildings, abandoned apartments. This is a whole neighborhood. And it was just pretty insane. I mean, when you're there, you get the feeling that a nuclear bomb would drop. I love that photo of the reflection of the power lines. And people are still, I mean, it's a very high crime area, and Cleveland went from kind of an industrial mecca, very wealthy area to this. And it's kind of sad. We'll probably have a video out on that sometime soon. One of the cooler places we went to was Warner and Swayze Observatory. Now, this place, actually, a neighborhood was on the way to this place. That's why we stopped in there. Actually, I wanted to kind of explore the neighborhood a little bit more, but it just wasn't happening. It was just a little bit too sketchy. But the observatory, it was built somewhere in the very beginning of the 1900s. It was given to the school in 1919. So this thing existed for a while. And then come the 50s, once Cleveland, the city of Cleveland, next door to East Cleveland, got bigger, light pollution became a problem. So they ended up moving out the telescopes, and it would come 1983, they'd moved the telescopes out, and it was abandoned. Now, a little weird fact about this, I don't know what's up with Cleveland and crime, but 2005, it was sold to a couple who planned to convert the building into a residence. This is actually probably going to be the next video that you see come out, because it's going to be kind of cool. There's some weird history. So they sold it to this, it was sold to this couple, but it was stalled when the owner was convicted of mortgage fraud and they were sent to prison. So I'm guessing they still technically own it, but they're in jail. So that's kind of a fun thing. Let's have a quick look. I got a quick 1-minute little clip of what you'll get to see in the video. There's a mount to the telescope. Right, another mount there. See the wheels where the whole roof turned, and then like kind of motors right there. All right, I'm looking forward to getting that video out there and done. There's one other place we managed to stop at. I'm going to show you a little bit about of this, but we just put a video out, which is basically the same thing. We'll probably close out with a full video. It's only like 3 or 4 minutes long. But this was an amusement park that had been abandoned since '76. And oddly, it's just in the woods. There's still a lot of structures left. some rides, not necessarily. Most of the actual building structures have burnt down, and there's some remains there. I was surprised at how many of the rides were still standing. Let's just have a quick look. And like I said, this is a longer one. So probably not going to watch this. Probably close with this here. And we're going to, like I said, if you go to our YouTube page, there is a full video. Well, actually, it's this preview, but there will be a full video very soon. Yeah, this is real cool. I wish Sarah was here. She was doing pictures on paper, and she, on our business live stream that we did last month, she actually talked about how she did that, and I was able to find some clips of when the place was operating and kind of be able to do some comparison like then and now kind of things. So that was a pretty fun little thing. Pretty sure I'm talking through all this, so I'm talking over myself. The following up on some other things, and I don't think I'm supposed to show this. I think Sarah might get upset, and I didn't bring it over, but I'm going to go grab it. So bear with me real quick while I go grab this. Talking about history that is had on some of these places. One of the places, now we haven't actually even done the video on this place, but this place was very nostalgic for a lot of people. It closed, became abandoned, started falling apart. I think there's a video out where we made it on the news, and here at the Wasteland it ended up on the news. And then tornadoes hit the town and destroyed it, and now it's been demolished. Now we have a video of all of the parts of that, and I've been real hesitant to put it together because this is one of those things where you show up with all your camera gear and extra batteries and lights and stuff, and you're going to go through and realize you didn't bring any SD cards. And then you just kind of punch yourself in the face a lot and use your phone, and the phone quality... That's kind of why it's not out there yet. But the cool thing is I didn't rush it, so I'm able to actually have I was able to document the entire history. But one of the cool things is Sarah has a wonderful photo of Hare Arena. It's kind of a memorial photo. It's an oval in this awesome frame. She probably is going to beat me up for showing that. But I thought it was spectacular. I think it's going to end up for sale at some point. And it has 2 satellite prints, which aren't around here. But my God, it's gorgeous. Speaking of which, one of the other places we went, and I think it's kind of a recent video, well, I guess since we didn't put out anything for 5 months, it's not that recent, is we went to this weird little trailer park, and this whole entire trailer park that was abandoned, and apparently the county, it was the county, came in and totally cleaned it up and ran all the squatters out, and last I heard, there's still like a brick building there, but they're trying to get the trailers out. So I think we were just really good on timing on getting there and being able to check it out. What else? Upcoming videos. We got some weird stuff coming up. Like I said, there's dozens and dozens. We have a building that's shaped like a radio that was a radio building in Cincinnati. At some point will come out. We have something from the local fairgrounds which moved. What's amazing about the fairgrounds, how interesting would that be? It's very interesting because it seemed like when it was operating, a lot of people lived on premises. Plus there's some weird stuff, like it's kind of weird. We have an abandoned television station. I fell through the floor of a building that night. And then we have one that is going to take a lot of time to edit because there's a lot of history and a lot of stuff put together with it. And it was, I'm putting a lot of this off because the quality of the video isn't that good. But the abandoned Americana amusement park video, I also have been able to document it through time, and the earliest recording of it being abandoned I have is from 2014. That's in standard definition, so imagine how shaky and bad that is, and not widescreen. So I think that's it. I think I just wanted to check in and say hi to everybody, and it's been a bit, and I've been bored. I haven't had really any human contact for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, I guess there's that. The one thing that happened at that amusement park that had been closed since '76 is Sarah and I we kind of had a little bit of a surprise for Sarah, and I guess you should just watch. I think if you're on my YouTube or on my Facebook, I should say, you're probably sick of seeing this, but let's look through some comments. The satellites are unstoppable and wrapped up. Keeps cracking. Okay, she's talking about the photos that I don't think I was supposed to show that hair photo. But anyways, on our trip to Cleveland Thanksgiving weekend, we did at the amusement park, and this was kind of planned. There's a little bit of a surprise for Sarah. Let's have a look. Now, if you've been on my Facebook page, you're probably sick of seeing this, but have a look. Hey folks, we're at Chippewa Lake Amusement Park in northern Ohio. This is an amusement park that's mostly grown over by trees. There's not a lot left, and it's been closed for 44 years. Here she's taking some paper photos, which will kind of run you through some of that process.
It's a nightmare.
I
Don't even try.
Got her this ring.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to give me this.
In front of an abandoned Ferris wheel?
Oh, no wonder you're so nervous.
How could I not give you...
Can I take the tag off? Yeah. Okay, let's put the old one that you found in an alley in here. And then you take the new one. I got a sparkly. Oh, thank you. That is really high. Look, it's very high. See how high that is?
All right, how ridiculous was that? Now I'm a little embarrassed. I sure miss that girl. I haven't got to see her. I haven't gotten to see her since we've had the quarantine. So I know she's watching out there. And I do miss her. Anyways, I think that hits us right about, what, 30 minutes or so? Yeah, right about 30 minutes. We'll close with the little amusement park video, and we'll call it good from there. And I gotta put together 2 chairs and then mop some sticky part on the floor over here. So, all right, we're out. Stay tuned, because I think the next video you're going to see is the observatory. I might have a surprise before then. All right, cheers, guys. So, here's the queue line to go in. Someone's cut a couple trees down. So you go through the queue. Look how fancy that is. The thing that is, this tree has grown completely through. completely around this. So these are things, there's like a car attached to these things. I wonder if they still move. So they still move a little bit. And you'd swing on them. And there'd be a row of them. It's kind of hard to get in there. So I pulled up the roller coaster database, and this little steel coaster is actually called the Little Dipper, and it was a kiddie steel coaster. Again, 1976, 44 years, and we all got a tree growing up through the tracks there. I mean, already, I guess it has been a long time, but it still amazes me. It's like, I think if you were a kid, it'd probably be kind of fun. Like most kids' roller coasters, actually, these days look a little more boring than this. Okay, so after a lot of research, there was no footage of this roller coaster actually in operation at this amusement park. However, this roller coaster was mass produced by a company called Allen Herschel Company. They made a multitude of these coasters for different parks, and there's still one operating in New Jersey. And from what I can tell by the POV video, this is the same exact model. So if you were to actually go to this amusement park and ride this abandoned roller coaster, this is what it would look like.